Community college was always the right thing for me, because the idea of not deciding what people should, whether they should be in or out, that's just so much part of my philosophy. I like the idea of open admissions for people to decide for themselves, and that we make it possible for people to achieve rather than making decisions about whether or not they can. It just suited my whole value system. The Commission on the Future, actually, the first person who mentioned the idea of having a group from the community involved in planning was Fred Schoenberg. And I thought it was a great idea. I'd done it in other institutions, and I thought it would be a good thing to do right away. Of course, I thought everything should be done right away. That probably was not such a good thing, but it was important to do this thing right away because I did not know the community, and it was a way for me to get to know the community in a hurry. And I thought probably, that was something that needed to happen. I needed a way to get to know people quickly. And all the names that were given, I just recently reviewed this too, the names that were given by the board, the names that were given by the college vice presidents or other people at the college, I didn't know any of these names. These names were all unfamiliar with me. So we had these lists of names of people to choose from, and not one of them meant anything to me. So it was totally blind that we picked the people for the commission. And we were very fortunate that Dr. Patrick Huddy, who's now on the board, agreed to be the chair, and he really helped figure out who the other members should be. And, that we had 15 on the core of the commission, and then we let those people pick other people, and we ended up with about 55 people, which was quite remarkable. And of course, I was amazed at this community. I'd never seen a community that was so willing to give of their time, that so many people were willing to contribute in this way and come to so many meetings, have such talent and expertise. I was amazed, of course. For me, it was a remarkable experience I was set on one of the teams, the world-class organization team, and I felt like I was in a graduate class, and I had the best time, and I met the terrific people, and we talked about what should a world-class organization be like? How should it be managed? And I was with people who were managing large companies, as well as the school superintendent, as well as people in private institutions and government, and it was really interesting to discuss ideas of management. We had a board member there too. So we got to talk about the role of board members, the role of presidents, the role of other groups within the organization, how constituent groups fit into the organization. So it was a very good experience, and important for one of our board members to be there too, because then he could also bring that information to the rest of the board. We had a board member on each of the teams, the commission teams, so each of them got to be an observer and hear what community people were speaking about. And the community people were taking us far into the future in every area, in IT, in global education, in all kinds of areas, pulling us forward. And it's not that the college wasn't doing so many of the things that we were, but the board needed to be pulled forward. The board was concerned about what the college was doing, and this was a reaffirmation that the college was on a good path, and it gave the board confidence to go those next steps that it needed to go. It gave the board confidence to move even further into the future, and the board knew it had the support of the community, which was very important for the board to know, that it wasn't acting in isolation when it stepped out and made some bold moves of its own. So it was a very remarkable experience. you always like to feel like the place that you are is special. Obviously, I've worked at other colleges. I do feel there is something special about Howard Community College. There is a culture here that supports innovation and change. I think that's a very positive thing. The change comes from all parts of the organization. It doesn't come from the top. It may appear to, but it doesn't come from the top. The top just tries to keep up with all the changes that come from all parts of this organization. The ideas are free-flowing here, and that makes it an exciting place to be. The college is in a community that values education. That's another plus for the college. Dr. Burrow was very instrumental in bringing technology into the college, and I think that's also a distinguishing feature. Although many colleges have caught up in that regard. Maybe Howard was the first in many aspects of technology, but a lot of colleges have moved forward in that now. So I think the fact that we believe also in continuous improvement, that we always want to be better, I think will keep us alive and well in the future. We care about students and we try to figure out the best way to serve them.